Okay, so first drill. So like I said, this is gonna be drill class. So the first drill is gonna be right here. Right. All right. As I walk up to the partner, we're gonna be looking at a supine position, right? So as I'm walking up to the partner, he's gonna wanna put his feet on my hips, right? As I'm walking up to the partner, he's gonna wanna put his feet on my hips, right? That's what we're looking at, right? So as he goes, I know that when I walk up to a person, he's gonna wanna take hip control right away, right? So I just dumped him. He's gonna wanna put feet on my hips, so my hands are gonna go right here. As I walk up, I'm gonna take control of his toes. I split him. I'm gonna take one side and basically Muay Thai kick him in the thigh. Boom, right? That's gonna put my foot way up at his belt line, not here. Way up at his belt line. My knee turned out, right? The other hand steers the foot in between my legs and I step up, right? So I'm gonna be here, right? He's coming up. 1, 2, 3. Outside, palm up, hook grip on the knee. Cross collar grip. Strong squat, good posture, not bent over, right? Because he kicks me over. Here. That's gonna be the entrance. That's where we're gonna, the whole first round is just gonna be entrance, right? I'm gonna be here. He's gonna have his knees back. His feet are up. He's gonna be reaching for my hips. I'm gonna steer 1, 2. I get the grip. Boom. Right? Remember what I just talked about with drilling? Everything's gonna be the same. Right? Every rep. Right? 1, 2, 3. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Okay? We're gonna do just that. Everybody got it? All right, on 3. 1, 2, position, right? The balls of my feet are in line with his belt. It's in line with his belt. I'm not here, right? I'm definitely not in the middle. I'm definitely not shallow because he puts his De La Riva hook in. That's what I'm trying to avoid, right? I want to step in deep and turn my knee up and out, right? I'm coming in. I'm old and have bad hips, so I can't do a deep squat. So I'm gonna push my hips forward, right? And I want his shin to be straight across, not up and down. I see a lot of people sit on the foot like this. If they could squat deep, it's not good. He can push me, right? Forward, driving my hips forward, right? Now, what's the natural reaction? You want to push me. He's going to push me with the knee, and I just shove him by, and I fall right into the 3/4 mount. And if I'm quick enough, I just take my foot out, right? So I'm coming in. Securing the position is the key. If you get anything out of it, it's being able to, getting anything out of today. It's getting into the position, good pressure. Be able to hold it and not get flipped off, right? So I'm coming in, right? Control, 1, 2. Here I am, pulling tight, right? He's gonna push the knee, 1, right? And there's my mount, right? He doesn't push. 1, 2. X pass, see X. I'm doing this, I'm doing the X pass because he's not grabbing my ankle yet. If you train yourself, and I already have guys down in Fargo that are killing this in open mat because they're doing it really quick. Feet up. Because if his feet are down, what am I doing? Toriano, right? 1, 2, doesn't grab the foot, I just come right out, all in one flow. 1, 2. There it is. And at any time, he tries to shove me off, 1. Right? Big, strong guys, you can force this one. But if you're small and they're big, you can't. You gotta wait for them to push. Right? I just say, just train yourself for the reaction. If I come in, 1, 2, he doesn't grab, I'm X-passing right away, all the time. Nice and smooth. That's not too far off of the real speed, right there, okay? That, everything that we did so far is dependent on the fact that he did not grab my ankle like he wants to do a De La Riva, right? If we come in fast enough, right, and we can hit that X-pass, works really well. Now we're looking at, I step up, I come to my position, I'm leaning strong, but now he's controlling my ankle. He doesn't have a hook, but he's gonna hold the ankle, right? Now I can't X pass. If he's silly enough to still try and push me off, I can still absolutely do a knee push and then come right over, right? And then just worry about clearing the foot later. You know, like we always clear our foot with our butterfly hook, right? I'm gonna be here, right? But now I feel the foot, he's got it. I'm not gonna be able to kick out. So now we're gonna go to our second option, right? The first two was coming straight over, coming straight around, right? But now we're gonna look at left, right, because I can't come over with the foot grab. So what I'm gonna do right now is, all I'm gonna do is shoot my butt back, and turn like I'm gonna run this way, right? Boom, turn, put my knee through this gap, and my knee is gonna go right through this gap, right to the floor on that side. I mean, I might need somebody a little bit more flexible for the demo, right? I'm gonna come down, turn, like I'm gonna do side control. Boom, right here. I'm gonna push him into what I call the chiropractor position. Shoulder flat, knees across, chiropractor position, right? This arm can be anywhere. He can have an underhook, he can have an overhook, it doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna be here. This knee is gonna be up against his hip. I'm gonna open my knee, I'm gonna slide my knee down to open his leg. This foot, if it wasn't there already, this knee, if it wasn't there already, it's gonna slide up against his hip. Right now from here, I can just slide right over. And I'm in an easy mount, right? Come on, Andy. So I'm gonna come in, right? 1, 2. He grabs my foot. So I can't X pass. Up, across. See that hole? Now I can, sometimes I underhook, sometimes I'll switch, sometimes I go to the floor, but this hand usually goes to the floor and I drive heavy, drive heavy, drive heavy. Boom. Turn, and there it is, right? Now look, his kneed up. He's pretty tight up against his chest. I can't get my knee in there. I'm gonna stay up so you can see. I open my knee. So I open the knee, the arm, leg comes down. Here, here. Open, turn my knee, step in. And I'll always end up with like one of these high scoop, one arm scoop mounts already. One last time. Right? 1, 2, grabs the ankle. Can't X pass. Through the hole, heavy. Boom. Put him in the chiropractor position, open the knee. That'll open up this side. Pop up. Here we are. Okay? Good to go? All right, on 3, 1, 2. That happens, okay, when we do the side smash. All right, so we're gonna get in position. 1, 2. He has the ankle, so I'm not Xing. Step back, bring my knee through the hole. I come through, right? And I get here, okay? Now, let's turn a little bit. Now, there's gonna be times, especially, like I'm a bigger dude, so sometimes I have this problem with smaller people, sometimes with inflexible people. He's gonna keep himself pretty fetal positioned up. He's gonna be like fetaled up, right? And I'm gonna try and get him across the best I can, but it's gonna be hard, right? And don't worry, because sometimes people will naturally have the instinct to underhook you here. That's okay, it doesn't matter. Like, they think that's helping them, but it doesn't really matter, right? Whether it's there or there, I can have an underhook, I cannot have the underhook, it doesn't matter for this position, right? But what does matter is now he's got a strong fetal position and I can't slide his knee open, which means I can't get this knee into the hip, which means I can't mount because I'm gonna be mounting over in knee, right? That's not gonna work, obviously. Right, so if I'm in a situation where I can't open up the hip, right? I can't get him flat, maybe he's too big, maybe he's too tight. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna switch over to a headlock, right? This foot is gonna reach around, it's gonna hook his ankle and pull it up. Walk it up the best I can. I'm gonna scoop under it and I'm gonna grab a cradle. You can't always cradle, sometimes he's too tight. If you can't get your hands together, you just plant your hands on the ground, right? I'm just gonna put my head forward on the ground. I'm gonna do a cartwheel off my head and turn into the pin, right? And then we have side control. So we're skipping the mount and we're just going straight to side control the other side. 1, 2. Can't X pass because he has the ankle. He's not pushing, so I'm not gonna stuff. 1, 2, come through, right? Boom. But now I can't clear the knee. So I switch. Sometimes the guy makes it easy because he underhooks me thinking it's better for him because everybody wants to underhook. But that's fine. I come to the headlock, grab the foot, walk it up. Coach is easy. I can cradle him, no problem. Head down, walk around, come through. Look, I have a nice inside elbow on this side already. I can let him go. Take my far side inside elbow, and I have a good side control. Cool? Pretty simple. One of my favorites. I do it all the time. Come in, we get our setup grip. He grabs the ankle, so I'm not X-passing. He's not pushing, so I'm not stuffing the knee, right? So now, all right, so here's what happens, right? Anybody with half a clue knows they don't want both their legs stuffed across one side like this, right? So I'm gonna step, and like one thing that helps too, guys, I told you a couple of you guys, if you just try and turn from here, it's a little tight. So what I do is I push my butt back. Sometimes I'll even step back a little bit to come through this gap, right? And I hold this, right? And I'll push it if I need a little extra help, right? But I come through. But what happens is the person knows they don't want to go in this direction, so he puts his foot on the floor and he hits out to square his knees back up, right? And that's what I'm going to use to turn right into my cross knee pass, right? And look, I hold the knee. I don't let go. Here, and I'm heavy, just like we were doing that mount choke, right? And I hold this position. Notice how I'm already in front of the knee. Put your knee shield in. I'm not here, right? I'm not a great cross knee pass guy, right? I have a problem, maybe because I'm so tall, that when I go to do the cross knee, the guys give me a hard time with the knee, right? It's hard to get over, right? So I always side smash them first. You can do this either direction, and I'll go over that in a couple minutes. But I'll be here, I push, he squares up, and I just turn with it, and I sit heavy on him. I don't drive my knee through and put my weight on the floor. I sit on him. I'm holding the knee up. Right here. And I secure it for a second, right? Usually they're pushing or some shit, right? I'll go to the sleeve, heavy on the elbow, and I don't come through, I slide back. Right? And I turn the whole thing over. And I end up with a rear head and arm, which is what? It's always a back take. One, two. Here. Boom. Boom, he hips. I come through. Look, even if he gets his knee in a little bit, right? Puts that knee in, like, give me some grief. Yeah, see? Look, I'll switch. Look up to the sky. Slide over. Come up. Boom. Okay? On 3. 1, 2.